Next step on the weight loss journey. You've done 15 stone to 14 stone. You've just reduced the negatives. Either things are happening less often or less portion size. Next thing, to get from 14 stone to 13 stone, you still don't need to focus on the positives yet. We are still just working on reducing the negatives. The main thing that changes in this phase is better bad stuff. So you've already kind of reduced the amount of times you're having things or the size of those things. Now we're trying to make those things slightly better. If I do not use the example that is specific to you, do not go away and think, oh, well, I haven't got a problem because I don't have chocolate or I don't have takeaways, so that clearly doesn't apply to me. It does apply to you. I'm just not using the specific example that is specific to you because I don't know what if you're a savoury person, if you're a sweet person. Do not read too much into the food examples that I use. Think about the general rule. And the general rule is to go from 14 stone to 13 stone. We are improving the negatives. We've already reduced them. Now we're going to try and improve them. These are the two examples I'm going to use. First one, McDonald's. It doesn't have to be McDonald's. It could be Nando's. It could be KFC. It could be Yo Sushi. It could be takeaway. Whatever is specific to you. You will just want to try and make the bad things better. In this example, I've picked 3 kinds of McDonald's you can have. You can have a wrap of the day for 320 calories. You can have a quarter-pounder meal, medium, with a Diet Coke for 800 calories. Or you can have the big tasty double bacon cheeseburger with milkshake and cheesy bites. They're all McDonald's. They're all treats. They're all not great things that you can have. They're just better versions of the same thing. Okay? And the main thing you need to understand with this is the difference between the good option and the medium option isn't too bad, but the difference between the medium and the bad is terrible. So, you just gotta have better bad stuff. The other thing that will help is if you times this by 10. So if you do have 10 wraps, you've eaten 3,200 calories. If you have 10 quarter-pounder meals, you've had 8,000 calories. 10 big tasties, 15,000 calories. So now, when you compare these two things, you are still having treats, you're still having not great food necessarily, but it's just better than it was. And that is the main thing. We are just trying to improve. We are trying to make the bad stuff better to get you to the next phase. Okay? And you can see that this is a lot less than that. Second example, chocolate bars. If we took a 2-finger Kit Kat, 120 calories. Mars bar, 280 calories. Share bag of M&M's, 1,000 calories. Same thing, if we times it by 10, so you can see the difference a bit more clearly. 10 Kit Kats, 1,200 calories, not that much at all. 10 Mars bars, 2,800 calories, a little bit more. But 10 share bags is 10,000 calories. So this is the most important area of the next phase. Is you just got to make the not great stuff better by choosing better options of the same things. Better chocolate bars, better bags of crisps, better takeaways, better sandwiches, better pret-a-manger, whatever the hell it is that you are doing, that again you know is probably alcohol, whatever it is, you just need to make that better. That is the first thing. The second thing is now you do have to try and be a bit more active because there's only so much you can do in terms of reducing your calories. You can always burn a little bit more off. You can't keep reducing. So, a lot of people have got Fitbits, Apple Watches, whatever happens to be. All the target is 10,000 steps. Don't worry if you can't hit 10,000, just aim for 8,000 to start with. But the target is 10,000. Most people, if you work from home, if you work in an office, if you're not that active, do around 4,000 steps. 4,000 steps, burns off 200 calories. 10,000 steps burns off 500 calories. Same thing, if we times this by 10, over a 10-day period, 10 of that, you've burnt off 2,000 calories. 10 of this, you've burnt off 5,000 calories. You can burn off an additional 3,000 calories, 2 whole days worth of food, just by being a little bit more active. This is important because you can do it every day. You're not expected to exercise every day. You can do it throughout the day. You don't have to kind of confine it to one time. Obviously, it gets easier when it gets lighter, it gets a bit warmer. But this is why it's important, because it happens, you can do it every day. And over time, you can see it makes quite a big difference. If you can combine this, the fact that you're burning off an extra 3,000 calories every 10 days, with the fact that you are making better bad decisions, you are having a better chocolate bar, you're saving, where are we here, about 1,600 calories. You're not eating by having a Kit Kat instead of a Mars bar, and 4,800 calories, again, that you're not eating by having the wrap of the day instead of the Big Mac meal. In total, that is, well, bloody hell, that is that a 6? 6,400 calories. Again, this is doing it 10 times that you have burnt off, that you have not eaten, and 3,000 calories that you've burnt off. That is massive. And we're still not into doing the good stuff yet. We are, again, just trying to be a little bit more active, which is something you should really be doing anyway, and making better bad decisions. That is the next phase. As always, link in the comments if you're interested to use the specific examples that would relate to you. You can book in a call. We can go through those. If you want to jump into a program, there's a link there as well. Any questions, as always, reach out, let me know. But this is the next phase.